Now you tell me. You want to go for a hike? Okay, all right. Settle down. Settle down. Bring my boot. Bring me my boot. Come on, bring me my boot. Come on, bring it. Hey, no, we're going to go for a hike. Bring it. Come on. Right here. Give me my boot. Good boy. All right, settle down. Sit. What? What? Sit. Go for a hike? Okay, okay. Hey everybody, Don here again. Well, as you saw, Tucker is ready to go for a hike. I want to get out and do a little shed hunting. At least, check out a couple spots, see if there's any deer sign. This big storm that kept me from camping out on New Year's Eve didn't turn out to be a big storm after all. And we got about maybe 2 inches of snow and then a couple inches of rain. It would have been nasty up there on the hill, but it didn't really amount to that much. And then we got a couple inches of snow a day or two later. So actually the driveway's in really good shape. It was glare ice. But yeah, Karen's up visiting her mom, and me and the pooch are going to go for a little hike. So we'll see what we find. Well, good thing about the way this winter's been going. Started off with a lot of snow basically right through the deer season. But we've had a lot of rain too. A lot of moisture running down these hills, and the snow is really compacted. So, as little fall forage as there was as far as mast crops go, acorns, beech nuts, at least the snow's not deep. One split off that way, and 2 more we just walked on their tracks. And there's one going up too. I like the amount of sign I'm seeing, at least. These are all fresh. These are all probably last night, this morning. Yeah, that's good. I always prefer, except during the hunting season when I'm on the track of a deer and trying to chase them down. But I generally prefer to see where the deer have been, not so much where they're going. When I'm, shed hunting or just scouting, because more often than not, they've come from either where they're feeding or where they're bedding. They're also going to those same areas, but if I'm on the track of a deer and he knows I'm behind him, he's not going to go to the place he would naturally go. So this way, I follow the track to where they've been, because I didn't jump them out of that spot and force them to go someplace else. The other thing about following the deer tracks is deer generally take the path of least resistance unless they're being pushed. Now those deer all turned, and a bunch of them went up this way, and I was looking at my options, going straight up that rocky area, or kind of taking this path up a little more gradual route. Yeah, I'll choose a more gradual route. What do you think, Tucker? Sure would like it if you'd find a bone, huh? Can we get out there and find a bone? This kind of spot, I'd often expect to find a shed because they're jumping across this stone wall. Looks like someone just walked across it. I'm going to take this opportunity to take a break. What do you think, Tucker? Huh? Oh, you're a good boy. Well, it's really warmed up. It's nice. The snow is soft. Got the spikes on. Lots of deer sign up here. And I'm right to the top of a knob that on a normal year, I would expect to see a lot of activity because it's a lot of oak. But I expect to see him passing right through this area just because of what I've said about the lack of acorns this year. So I'm going to get back up on this trail and cut up over this way. And there's a big area where they logged over here a couple of years back. I think that's going to be a little bit more likely spot because there'll be a lot of blackberries, a lot of fresh, maple shoots coming out of the stumps and whatnot. And man, my glasses are fogged up. I'm sweating. So back up we go. The trail is going that way, but it's leading me kind of down. So I'm going to hop off the deer trail and head up a little higher. I'll eventually work my way back down into there, but I want to go from this other direction. Boom, and just like that, I'm back into heavy deer sign. All through here, feeding on these branches. Snow is getting to the consistency where it's loading up in the spikes. Well, I don't dare take them off though, because it's also really slippery. Oh, they've definitely been bedding up in here. This is some really fresh pea there, bright and yellow. I don't see any beds though. Well, here's an old bed right there. There's another older deer bed. That's what I'm looking for. Places where the deer have been hanging out. A lot of the sheds I've found have been when the buck's got up out of his bed. So I'm looking for places where they're bedding, where they're feeding. Travel routes, especially when they're going through some thick stuff. All right, well, we've covered quite a bit of ground. Probably walked 2.5 miles or so. Found a lot of deer sign. Didn't find a lot of beds. It just seems like the deer are moving a lot. And I don't know if that's just them looking for food or just the normal travel patterns, but a lot of coyotes up here, and I think the coyotes could be pushing them around some. So we're going to head back down and around this way. I'm probably not going to film anymore because I can see my battery's getting real low on my phone. And I did not bring a battery pack. But it's been a good hike, if nothing else. Good to get out. And Tucker was needing a hike, weren't you, Tucker? Yeah, you were needing a hike big time, buddy. I don't have any treats for him. Unfortunately, I'm a bad dog owner. If we would have found a shed, I'd have felt real guilty because he always gets a treat when he finds a shed. But we'll have some treats when we get back to the house, won't we, Bubba? Yeah. I don't know when that happened, but I threw a shoe. Lost one of my microspikes. I think I know where it must have happened when I was coming through some rocks, but I'm not going to walk all the way back up there right now. I'm going to take Tucker back to the house, get a propane tank, and then come back, get some propane. I'll take a hike back up in there. I don't think it was very far in where I lost it. Hopefully nobody else comes in there between now and the time I get back. The misadventures of Don, I tell you, something every time. Well, as you can see, I'm back out. and I'm going to find my micro spike that I lost on the way down. Took Tucker home, gave him a few treats for his efforts, had some lunch real quick, warmed up some pasta, changed out of my sweaty clothes, and now I'm going to walk in. I'm hoping, I think I lost it. I don't know where I lost it. I think I lost it when I crossed a log. Sounds like the reasonable spot, because I came down through some slippery stuff without doing too much sliding. I would have thought for sure I would have felt it when it came off. It's the first time I've ever lost one. We'll see where I find it. Got the poles, the other micro spike in my pocket, just in case I have to go up a steep part of the hill. Well, that was, I guess, wishful thinking. I checked out the log where I thought I might have snagged it. No go. I'm on my tracks now. Luckily there's snow and I can follow my tracks. But I've gone about a half a mile in. I can't believe I didn't realize I dropped it. I'm thinking now that it might be, way up at the top. I was going through some nasty, brushy stuff. I gotta think it's up in there. Just kind of a drag from here. That's probably a good mile up in there. So when I checked my my watch, I had done 3.7 miles this morning. So looks like I'll break 5, which is a good thing. I hope I find it sooner than later, though. I don't want to go all the way up to that top. All right, when I came up here, I was still wearing them. I did this whole top. And then when I came back out, I came out here. So there's somewhere on this top. Somewhere. Is that boot track? I'm not wearing it. All right. Finally. There it is. All the way at the top of the hill. What the heck? Oh well, I can't believe I went all the way down without wearing that thing and didn't know it was gone. And I'm glad I found it. Back to the car. Well, found my spikes. Was walking across the top of this knob. I figured might as well search it over pretty good. I see 2 guys up on the hill above me. I heard their voices, and so I gave a whistle to the one guy who was lowest down. Turns out it's a guy I know, and he's been shed hunting up in this area for the last couple of years. They're working together side by side, about 20 yards apart, crisscrossing that hill, and I've seen a lot of sign. I just haven't seen any sheds. But the sun is fixing to set over there. It is now. It's almost 3:45. So I don't have a light with me anymore. I left my pack in the truck. So I'm going to head down real quick. I'll probably put my spikes on to get down this hill because I don't want to walk all the way back down to that trail. But yeah, I'm going to get down. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.